What's it been like coaching this year's Bridger Scouts?
They've been a fun group. I'd have to acknowledge that it's been an enjoyment. Most of the time I can't really look back and say it's been a disaster, but most of the girls that you work with make it pleasant, fun, and they treat me like I'm a king, so it's been a good year.
They treat you like you're a king. I mean, you've been doing this since what, 1985?
Correct.
1985. So have you always been treated like a king, or does that come with doing it for so long?
Well, if you're talking to the kids or you're talking to parents, there's sometimes you're cussed and discussed, but most of the time I think I've had a pretty good run, and most people, I can't say all people, but have treated me well. I've been treated well by the school and the people I taught with and the kids that I've had, and I get a lot of nice things from them. So I've appreciated it.
When you look at the kind of the lore of Montana volleyball, and you look at some of the names out there, I mean, as far as Jeff Carroll, Iona Stuckey, Wayne Moorman's right there. As far as you got the 10 state championships. I mean, what are some of the things that you take away from your time as a coach at Bridger, and what are some of the best memories?
Well, probably life's in the journey, so.
Is there, I know, coaches don't have a favorite player or a favorite team.
You try to stay away from that. I don't try to, I'm asked, I say, well, who was the best team? I'll have those that were alumni come back and say, oh, we were the best. Oh, yeah, you were the best. Another guy, oh, yeah, we were the best. No, we were the best. And for that time and that date, you were the best. So they've all been good, something that sticks out. No, I might remember maybe the first time, and I'll probably remember my last time too.
I have a cousin who married one of your former players, and she speaks in such high regard of you. What's it, to know that you've had such an impact on so many young women? What's that mean to you?
Well, I'm grateful that I could be a help more than anything. I would hope that I would been an example, a good man, one that loved the Lord, and try to present things for them that was livable.
During that time, obviously you won a lot of games, but how many of the wins do you remember, and how much of it is about setting that example and being a leader and helping them grow up as young women? I mean, how much more of that do you remember than just the wins that happened on the court?
I think I probably remember more of the practices in the gym rather than, there's been times that have been very exciting. There was a time when we beat Skyview. Skyview went on to win the AA, and so that's been, but just to be in the gym, working and laughing and having a good time with the kids have been a real joy. Not so much, the hoop and the holler, and when you win a divisional or a district, those are fun. But I think I've enjoyed mostly the practicing and the interaction that goes on with the kids. I've enjoyed that a great deal.
When you started back in the mid-1980s, did you ever think the road would be like this, that it would last this long?
Well, no, really. You don't really think of at that time. You just live for the moment. But now that I can look back and reflect a little bit, I'm going, good grief, this has gone by kind of way too fast. And at the same time, I realized that I look out and said, man, I'm the oldest guy in this whole gym as a coach. It's time. And then too, you get to coach some of the kids as kids. And I said, I think it's time to move on. I've almost had a grand, I'm going, I'm starting on some bad generations here.
Coach Smith has been there with you.
Yes,
for,
yes.
30 years of it, he said.
Yeah, he's been there. He's been my, you know, your success also goes with the help that you get. And Robin's been an exceedingly great help. At first, when he came, you know, he had a struggle to even hit the ball. But now, I mean, he's just been a great, great help. I can't emphasize that enough, that without him, I'd have been in bad shape. What I don't think of, he already takes care of. Anymore, it was, I'll do it, and very, very gracious and very, very helpful. And he's got a dry sense of the humor that the kids like, and so he's been with me, and I've really appreciated his time, his efforts. One reason we were successful is because of him.
With all the different women that have come through your program, and to be able to spend 30 years on the bench with one assistant coach, and the championships and the wins, can you just kind of comprehend or sum up what these past 33, 34 years have been like?
Really, no, but I can just say it's been awful fast. It kind of all blurs together, you know, but it's been enjoyable. It's probably the best word I can think of. It's been enjoyable, and the kids, mostly, for the most part, you know, like I said, there are some that might disagree, but they have treated me like I've been a king, and which I'm not, but they've treated me that way, and I've appreciated it. And that's one reason I probably would come back or do that, is the way I was treated. I was treated well by the people there in Bridger, and by the school, and the faculty, and then the kids that I have. They make it pleasant, enjoyable. It doesn't seem like a job, it's just kind of a fun thing to do, and I've enjoyed that.
To be able to do this in Bridger, a small, you know, traditional, this is what Montana is about, that type of community, what's it mean to you to be able to do it for so long in a community like Bridger?
Well, I'll just say I'm thankful, very thankful that I've had the opportunity to stick it out, and of course I changed a little livelihood in there. I decided I'd be a rancher, but I had to support my hobby, so I went back to teaching, you know, and coaching. And of course I had quite a few daughters involved, and they were kind of instrumental for me to encourage me. Dad, I need help. Would you help us? And for my answer at first is no, I'm too busy. And then I said, okay, and I did, and so I've enjoyed my daughters, and each of them had an opportunity to be a state champion and play in the finals, and that has been enjoyment to me, to see your own kids. At the same time, I've just enjoyed others too.
It's been a number of years now, maybe closing in on a decade. You did a story with KTVQ. And you mentioned that maybe after retirement you'd be a Walmart greeter. So what's next for you?
Well, I don't think I'll be a Walmart greeter, but I might spend a little bit more time, maybe moving or going to see our children and our grandchildren, and maybe working in the church a little bit more, be a little more faithful in that, and. So I think Walmart's out.